Welcome everyone to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure opening ranking tier list. This is going to be a group effort between Fuentes and me, myself. Yikes. Fuentes, you want to say hi?
Yo, what's up, gamers? What's happening?
Fuentes just watched all of the openings for the very first time, so we're gonna get some more milk some more content out of him while I have him go through these rankings and
I'm
rank
gonna do
these.
while I have him in my basement.
Yeah. Up at the top, we have 10-page nut. These are going to be reserved for the absolute bangers. These are the ones that you would actually feel comfortable showing to someone. Next and just so you know, these are all references for the most part.
Wait a minute, you just have like a
JoJo's?
file on your computer just called 10-page nut, and it's like, hey, I gotta show you this because I care about you a lot.
Basically. Under that tier, we have Made in Heaven. These are for the ones that are good, but then not necessarily your favorite, but they're still like, they're up there. In the mid tier, we have Invisible Baby. It's obviously just, it's good, but it's not the greatest it could be. Second to last, though, we have Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price. In the last category, we have Cheese Pizza Monkey. This is for ones that are just bad, horrible atrocities. You really just did not vibe with these in comparison to the other openings, not just in general. Because none of these are grotesquely bad, but
oh no.
I don't know. So let's get this started off with the very first opening with those two big burly buff men running up and down the stairs. Where do you think where are we gonna put this at?
I gotta say Made in Heaven.
You think Made in Heaven?
I think because it just kind of sets off the tone.
Yeah.
For I've never seen the show, but I'm gonna assume. Again, I'm not a reasonable, reliable source, but I feel like it gives you an idea of what you're in for. Like, just kind of like the chaos and I don't know, just like
I think that does a good
the
job
absurdity.
Of that. I don't know if I would necessarily give it a Made in Heaven, but I'll keep it up there because it might get a. I could see it as like low Made in Heaven, high Invisible Baby.
Yeah, like in between where it's like it's not necessarily like out of all of them.
It's a good start.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good like first chapter.
What do you think about the second opening? Bloody Stream.
Bloody Stream, pretty angsty.
Angsty is like
I don't think
sexy brass.
I don't think there's anything in it that I can really remember. Really? Honestly, like I don't remember anything like standing out to me. I think like parts 3 and 4, definitely the last one, 6, definitely stood out a lot.
Yeah. So you think you want to put this in Invisible Baby?
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like neither like 10-page nut nor like Cheese Pizza Monkey.
Yeah.
It's like middle ground.
Flat in the middle. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Outside of the crazy visuals and outside of the song, I mean. All it really has going for is just like super bright colors.
Yeah, it's just kind of like in your face, and then it's like, we're something different.
All right, next up we have Stand Proud. Do you remember that's the Proud Boys one? Where would you?
Oh, that's the Proud Boys one. Definitely 10-page nut.
10-page nut.
No, actually, I don't know.
Do you remember this one?
I feel like you have to refresh me more. More I think about it, it definitely is like a 10-page nut.
Oh.
But I'm also like biased because I love like kind of like cheesy action, like from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, this one.
So I think that wins my heart.
So you think this goes in 10-page nut? I'm
gonna put kind of like a mid 10-page nut.
I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in High Made in Heaven because I think the one after that should go in 10-page nut. The one where the
part 4.
No, that was.
Or is this part 3? The other one.
Part 3, the one that had 2 versions.
Oh, gotcha.
When the guy.
That was pretty dope.
I think it has that big action 80s vibe. I like that cool shot of them on the stairs where you can see like Indiana Jones, as you called him, and also
it was like
watching it like watching the second one for the first time, being like, this is just the same thing over again. It's like, oh wait, I don't remember this.
Yeah, it adds like nice little inserts here and there.
That part kind of, maybe not a little, but I don't know if it was a 10-page nut, but definitely like 9 or 8.
Yeah, definitely like a standard like APA like title and reference pages like included.
Yeah.
8 page, you know.
8 page MLA note. Up next on the list we have Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. That was the funky one that had the EDM remix. And I wish there were.
Oh, so that was like the second one we watched of that part.
Yeah, that was. Or so the next one is the start of part 4. It was the one where they were with the funky PNGs flying around.
That was pretty cool
There were
because I
two
remember like it having kind of like it really popped like the colors. Like it kind of reminded me of like a '90s like cartoon.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I kind of wish there were two versions on here because I don't really like the EDM version as much as I like the original one.
Yeah, I was about to say the EDM version, like
Like
it fit like for the time, like that it was based on. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I feel like that was a cool nod, but
okay.
I do agree. I think I like the original more than like the EDM version.
Do you think the EDM version is enough to knock it into Filthy Acts, or should it be an Invisible Baby?
That's a good question. Maybe like high filthy acts, like you know what I mean, like going into
Yeah.
Invisible Baby, just
Yeah.
because like I don't, at least from what I'm trying to remember, it doesn't really add anything to the intro other than just like changing the song. At least I don't remember any new visuals.
There were a couple new visuals, but it wasn't anything like mind blowing.
Stand
like,
out.
Yeah. Don't say stand out because it's like a JoJo's pun because their powers are called stands.
Oh, excuse
And
me.
there was this. They did put a new stand into that intro, so the fact that you said it doesn't stand out is just like, bro, you're cringe right now.
I'll make sure to go check my privilege real
you
quick.
just lost all of your credibility.
Fuentes lied. People died.
People died. People died. People did die in this part. I think that's why we got the angsty opening for Chase. Do you remember that one?
Was that part 5 or was that part 4?
That was still part 4. That was here. I'll go back. Oh, I'm honestly. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like the song. I did a video using this song, and so I got really familiar with it, and I'm that's all I really went to. I like the song.
Okay, so where would you put it on it because of the song?
I mean, the song and visuals are good. I don't think it's. I would put it either high Invisible Baby or low Made in Heaven.
I feel
what
that.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't paying much attention to the music. I was paying more attention to the visuals. The visuals kind of reminded me of like remember how there was like a big popularity like in crime shows like Law and Order and like,
yeah.
Just like gritty like cop investigative shows and stuff like that.
And like The Wire, yeah. This one
it kind of reminded me of like those intros.
That's honestly like
that
is honestly the vibe they're going for with this, I think.
Yeah, like all like the gray tones and like I don't know if I saw it correctly, but I guess when they had like some rain shots in there because you can't be gritty without rain.
Yeah, they did have some clouds breaking away. So are you going for what were you thinking? Are you going for Made in Heaven? 10-page not even?
Honestly, probably like high Invisible Baby Met in Heaven, but that's just me.
I think we can do High Invisible Baby.
Like High Invisible Baby. I mean, like hell, even like low. But I mean, like I don't know, low Made in Heaven.
Low Made in Heaven.
I think just again, like it just kind of like triggers those happy emotions associated with gritty crime shows. The nostalgia of seeing that on TV. Like you remember like when you would flip through channels looking for like either Cartoon Network or like Nickelodeon, you stumble on like fucking USA Network. You see shit like that.
Start watching.
That's what it reminds me of. You just start watching a random episode. Yeah, and you're like, oh man, the baby was the rapist. Oh man.
And moving on, we have. All right, do you remember the one with the time rewind? Do you remember
I'm gonna. It
was the breakdown.
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, cheese pizza. I wasn't really feeling it.
You didn't like this one?
I didn't really care for the whole rewind thing.
Wow.
But again, that's just me.
That's interesting. I really like that. I guess having a greater context of the series, I have a different understanding of it. But
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm going in through a blind lens.
yeah, we should do an update once you watch all of the all of JoJo's. So, but I just like the idea of this one being Cheese Pizza Monkey. We haven't had anything there yet. After that, honestly, I kind of forgot that we even watched this one. It was Fighting Gold. This was the first one for part 5 with all the chains in it.
Yeah, and it had like the kind of like God of War backgrounds in it.
God of
like
yeah, like the statues.
Just kind of like golden and the statues,
the backgrounds scenery. Were and there was like kind of like a Bond-esque vibe to it.
Yeah, I think for me maybe like Filthy Axe at a reasonable price.
Oh wow!
But like
high or low?
Probably low, honestly.
Low. Yeah, this one
because just like you said, like I didn't even remember what it was until you mentioned
the chains.
It was like it had the chains on, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that one was there.
Yeah.
But I think just because like I was so used to kind of like the crazy flashy intros.
Yeah.
This one was just kind of like
it does have like
monotone,
a completely different vibe from the other ones.
Yeah. I agree.
I can see that.
Like, in this part, like, when this opening aired, was it, like, a completely, like, I don't know, what, did they try to jump the shark?
No.
In TV terms?
It was,
do anything weird?
The opening was pretty good, because it was just from the beginning of part 5. But I think it was so kind of, they were saving all their stuff for, like, the 3 openings that came next. Basically, because the next one is basically 3 different versions.
Yeah,
you had the normal one. You had the one where what did you call him? The Pink Panther or something. What did you call him? The guy with the pink hair.
Wanda.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
You had the buff Scarlet Witch doing that world thing, and then there was the third.
Yeah, that one was pretty gnarly.
Where buff Scarlet Witch.
That one had like a. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. I think it had like cool visuals and kind of like transitions. Do you think I felt like it flowed pretty well?
Yeah, especially when
I would say like
the additions too.
Yeah, I would say Made in Heaven.
I think it's Made in Heaven. Which part of Made in Heaven would you put it in?
Maybe in between the 2. Oh wait, no.
There's 3 of them.
Maybe. In between the first one and the second one.
The first and second? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I can see that.
What is Rohan OVA?
OVA? It's short for Original Video Animation. It's like this is on Netflix.
Is it part of JoJo's?
Yeah, it's like a side story about one of the characters in part 4. One of the side characters. He's a manga artist, and it's just like I went on some weird adventures and heard some weird stories.
Oh, that's cool. Kind of like Mad Men.
Honestly,
or like
I don't know if I've ever seen.
What's that one show?
Or
Breaking Bad.
Sherlock or
Breaking
something?
Bad intro. Yeah, Sherlock too. like Breaking Bad with like the fluid.
Yeah.
Movement.
The stuff turning into shit. I think there's a part 2 over here too.
They just put like a giant Tom Nook at the end.
I'm trying to think of the show. There's definitely a show with like this like Rorschach shit that's like. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Daredevil. The Daredevil opening.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to rewatch Daredevil.
We just took a little detour to watch the Rohan OVA openings, 2 of them at least.
Yeah.
They were interesting. I liked it, but where would you put these?
You know what? I'd probably put it like High Invisible Baby.
Oh.
Yeah, the style of it reminded me of like you even brought it up, like it looked like Daredevil opening, like the fluid stuff like turning into stuff. Kind of reminded me of like the intro to like Breaking Bad too.
Yeah.
Even had like Mad Men qualities to it with like I don't know how to describe like how Mad Men's opening is, but it's like I know it's animated, but I don't even know like what technique they use.
And now, last but not least, we have the part 6 opening.
Bro, that is tickle my nipples with a feather 10-page nut right there.
10-page nut. Top of the top?
If you ask me. That, to me, that is a top of the top.
That is the cream of the crop.
I feel like, even though, like, yes, it's based on the time, I feel like the animators, like, perfected like how they wanted their movements to be.
Honestly,
like in that one, it was so smooth.
Agree with you.
It was tremendous. Like all the one shots, like even though yes there were jump cuts to other thing, it just flowed like
I don't even know if there was a jump cut. I feel like it was just all transitions, like something like wiped the screen or something. Like it's so the fluidity and motion is just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Love it to death.
It is. It's like like when you see like again, I don't remember how you feel about Marvel films, but like when you get like that nice sweet like one shot like in those Avengers films where like some of them are a bit gimmicky, but some of them are just it just really
like the first one,
like the first one, it's just like a real nut.
Everything
just flowed perfectly.
That's beautiful.
Exactly. Everything affected everything else. Like it was like a butterfly effect.
It's like
intro. Everything led to another thing.
Yes, this is 10 pages of nut, but at the same time, it's a 10-page nut.
Exactly. Like, how are you going to argue against that? Like, dude, that's an argument Ben Shapiro can win. 10-page nut.
10-page nut.
No talking fast required.
Like,
you can do it.
Well, do you have...
yes, it is a 10-page nut. But have you ever considered, hypothetically, it is a 10-page nut?
Have you ever considered that? You're a sad boy because you only do 5-page nuts.
You absolute Sigma male.
Is this the official Fuentes first time JoJo tier list playlist?
I think, yes, this is the official first draft.
I love that. I'm going to make sure I save this so I can...
Oh, you got it.
I can get a copy of it. Is there anything you want to plug?
Anything?
Okay. You guys can subscribe to my channel at Yates. Follow me on Twitch, Attack on Poke, and my second channel, also called Attack on Poke. I'll be posting more anime content over there, short form stuff. This is technically analytical content, so eat it.
Oh, yes. Top scholars, masters of their craft.
Yeah.
Analyzing this good stuff. This 10-page nut.
All right. How many likes on this tier list before we get you to watch another set of anime openings?
Honestly, one.
One like?
Actually, none.
No
I'd
likes?
watch more.
No, you come on. I need a like goal for the fans.
100,000. Smash that motherfucking like button.
Okay, goddamn it. Whatever. Okay. See you never, Fuentes. See you in 3 years.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna spend the next 2 years of my life just plugging this video. I need 100,000 likes, please.
You testify before Congress, please.
At the end,
that people like this video.
I'm gonna go on the news for some reason. Find a reason to go on the news and be like, and please.
What do you mean this is your group?
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you think we can get 100,000 likes. Peace.
Comment your favorite Teletubby.